Psychedelic substances have been around for ages. On and off, researchers have studied their effects. Well, now the focus has turned to microdosing some psychedelics for our mental health. Brittany Moncrief takes us behind the push for veterans to undergo treatment with psychedelics and other drugs.
In 2008, the VA estimated that 1 in 3 veterans show symptoms of depression. Health scientists say it's the most common mental disorder in the country. But there's research that doctors say show promise, a promise that could mean survival for many veterans.
What side are we going to put your injection on today?
Surviving
Left side.
has always been a struggle for A.J. Williams.
What is some of the songs you got on the playlist?
It's a range of everything. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees.
A.J. was an interrogator linguist for the U.S. military.
Before that, in basic training, I was sexually assaulted. And it happened again at the A school. I met my second ex-husband, and that was a relationship short-lived. During that time, I alienated my family and my friends because of said ex-husband.
Hitting rock bottom.
There were times when I needed to call the suicide crisis hotline. There was a time when I wanted to eat a gun. And they talked me out of it.
Okay, she's back in there.
A.J. spent 10 years seeing a psychiatrist and trying different medications.
We found out that I have treatment-resistant depression, where we tried every pill and it wouldn't work.
So A.J.'s doctor suggested ketamine treatment.
I said, you know what, we've tried everything else, why not? And lo and behold, we tried it and it took off like fireworks. It was wonderful.
To start with ketamine, it's a dissociative anesthetic.
It's been out since 1970, so it's used usually to put people to sleep for procedures or surgery.
Memphis VA psychiatrist Hugh Caldwell and Little Rock VA psychiatrist John Spolin have both studied ketamine treatment.
So it's technically not a psychedelic. People oftentimes refer to it as one. The traditional psychedelics are LSD and psilocybin.
But it does give some similar effects.
It does cause some brief kind of dissociation, which is kind of like a floaty intoxication, but it's not considered a true psychedelic.
Little Rock's VA has been using ketamine to treat PTSD, severe depression, and suicide since 2019. It's the closest VA facility to Memphis to offer it.
So we follow the best research design, which is to do 6 treatments over 3 weeks, so twice a week for 3 weeks. The infusions are 40 minutes long, and then it takes about 30 minutes to recover afterwards.
And it's survival for A.J., who drives 3.5 hours every other week from Tupelo, Mississippi to Little Rock, Arkansas for treatment.
It helps elevate my mood. I can put things on a shelf now and stow it away, whereas before it would eat at me and eat away at me.
We run it in over 40 minutes.
So how does it work?
It seems like ketamine from research studies works by increasing what they call neurogenesis. In other words, you get nerve growth in your brain.
Let's say someone is exposed to trauma. Well, trauma actually damages neurons in your brain. Typically, the body can heal itself, but doctors say not all the time. Substances like ketamine and psychedelics.
It's not that they open up areas of the brain that haven't been opened, but they may make connections between parts of the brain that weren't quite the same as they were before.
Doing what takes antidepressants weeks in a matter of hours. Dr. Spolin describes it as a repair.
It seems to anecdotally improve emotional regulation, so the things that people didn't tolerate before, sadness, anger, irritability, that would kind of send them into a spiral.
For the most part, it's euphoric. I float. I disassociate most of the time.
I've had people that couldn't talk, couldn't finish a sentence because of the anxiety, and then now they're going back to work. Have a better relationship with their spouse, their children.
People's first inclination is that these might be unsafe treatment modalities, but when done in a safe clinical setting with that support around, they're very safe.
And the program is not easy to get into.
You had to fail 4 antidepressant trials beforehand, so typically people have been severely depressed for years by the time they come to our program.
And the success rate?
I would guess it's probably around 60%, which has been roughly what the research studies have shown as well.
So why is this treatment just now coming to the forefront, along with psychedelic treatments?
It had a surge in popularity with recreational use. For some time, there was this conception that that was a party drug, and that kind of tarnished its reputation there. But a lot of the research into ketamine, I imagine, helped kind of open the doors for some of this ongoing research and some of the more traditional psychedelics like psilocybin.
Which doctors say early studies suggest psilocybin might not only show promise for depression and trauma, but
showing promise for addiction.
As scientists learn more, Memphis VA is looking to add ketamine treatment to its facility along with ECT, electric convulsive therapy.
And this is a really exciting area of study that's ongoing. We're learning more, the possibilities on the horizon. My hope is certainly, of course, that as we develop these new treatments, that we do see a reduction in suicide.
Lives saved and lives surviving.
Oh, I want this to become available to all VA hospitals across the nation and beyond. It's a stunning turnaround for a lot of people. It's life-saving. It is literally life-saving.
Now, since its start, Little Rock's VA has treated roughly 85 veterans and done about 3,000 ketamine infusions. Now, after the first round of treatment, some veterans no longer need help while others need more. Dr. Spolin says ketamine does not seem to have much of an impact on senior citizens. Now, naturally, there are some concerns over safety and drug usage. So in June, the FDA issued its first draft guidance for psychedelic clinical trials with considerations for new drug applications, safety, data collection, and trial conduct.